Hey, what's going on, guys? So we're going to start this one off with actually a pretty good bill. Although we see it pretty often, this one's pretty prevalent. And it's pretty profound, rather, is the word I'm looking for. But on a lot of 2013 bills, you'll notice that the third digit on the top right serial number is usually pretty over-inked. This one's really, really heavy, though. So if we zoom in on it, it's kind of hard to tell by the camera, but you can tell that 4 is a lot thicker than the rest of the digits. So it's probably one of the heaviest over-inks, although this bill's condition leaves a lot to be desired. As you can see, it's folded up, it's all creased up, it's been wet. So even though I would consider this a little bit collectible and maybe like a buck or two more than face value, that condition just ruins that almost instantly. But other than that, I mean, not really crazy collectible, but still cool to me, and I will set that aside. Moving on to the next one, another dollar bill, 2009. This one is, they changed over the Secretary of the Treasury between 2009 and 2013, like that previous bill was. But let's take a look at overall conditions a lot better on this one, so this one's seen a better day than the previous one. Serial numbers match up, which is good, but not in the case of being an error variety bill, and everything else seems to be printed appropriately. Let's look at the back of the bill. So the reverse of the bill seems to be good to go. One thing that you can see sometimes is there's a little bit of extra inking where it says Annuit Septis up at the top, but not in the case of this bill. Everything seems to be printed appropriately. Newer 13 bill, 2013 $5 bill. If we could have swapped this 7 and 5 out for 6s or 9s, we'd had a trinary note, but nothing crazy collectible there. I like the repetition of 9s and 6s in serial numbers is because it's cool, and generally if you can get just those two numbers or zeros with it as a trinary, you can read the bill right side up and upside down, which is cool. I do like that about 6s and 9s. But this one's not collectible. I don't see anything crazy collectible about it. It's in good condition though, but nothing crazy. There's a imposed 5 right here as an anti-counterfeiting measure. They added that in 2009. When they redesigned the $5 bill, along with a couple other denominations, the $50 bill being one of them. This one's got some obvious foreign ink up here on the right corner, top right corner. Serial number seems to be appropriately printed. Everything else is straight up, so nothing collectible as much here. I will have a video out soon with stuff that's found by other people out there like you guys that are subscribers and members of our Facebook group and community on Facebook. And there's some really good finds that people have that are bill-wise, so I'll definitely post that. This one's been creased a couple times. There's some foreign ink around. Sometimes you can even find some that weren't printed appropriately where the flags are not as visible. Those are a flagless bill, I guess is what I could call it, but are collectible, but nothing here. Somebody's written on this bill. It's torn up. Serial number's not collectible either, so this is a Series 2006. There was less printing in 2006, but not by much. $20 bills also get used so readily that they get beat up just as quick as can be. Nothing collectible there. Let's look at the obverse of this bill. It is sitting a little bit high on the margins, but not enough to be collectible. More foreign ink up at the top here. They added a few features in on the $20 bill when they redesigned it, but nothing really crazy, I guess. The redesign of the $20 bill was I think it was 2006 was the first introduction to that. I could be wrong. It might have been earlier 2000s, but kind of irrelevant. Point is, it got redesigned, and it's not been redesigned lately. Quite a bit of our denominations are, in fact, in need of a redesign. Here's an older $10 bill. We can actually see with these two here. These are the newer bills here. This is a 2013 series. This is a 1999 series. They changed where the series number is annotated, which is over here now on the newer bills, just to kind of go with the design changes and stuff that they did. Liberty's torch here and We the People behind the 10. Those are a lot of anti-counterfeiting things, but also things having to do with just having a graphic enhancement on the bill, making it easier for people with vision impairments to see what denomination they have, stuff like that. Neither one of these bills has a collectible serial number, so we'll look at the reverse of the bills. You can also see the differences in the reverses, which is cool. They changed up a couple things like the little filigree stuff that's around the top of the picture of the U.S. Treasury. The $10 bill doesn't really have a very large lifespan, so they get pretty beat up pretty quick. As you can see, the newer bills are a lot yellower than the older bills. I have a video that covers that. So check that video out if you want to know why there's a difference in threading in the bills. But nothing collectible with those. Let's jump on to these, looks like a couple ones, 3 ones at the end here. Looks like, oh, almost a foreign ink, but it's actually just a piece of lint. 2013 bill, nothing crazy on this. This has got some rubbed off green ink too up here on the corner. Let's see if I can zoom in closer to that. It's so smudged up with other junk on there that it's not easy to tell if it's a foreign ink or if it's part of the actual printing process. Could be. We'll look at it closer underneath a microscope. But we'll set that one aside just to see if it is in fact a small over ink error there, or variety rather. Nothing collectible with this serial number either. It's also been folded twice, we can tell that. So condition leaves a lot to be desired. There's some foreign stuff here on the back, so nothing collectible here. We actually have a kind of off ink on the 2 here, but as I mentioned before, on 2013 $1 bills, it's very common for the 3rd digit on the top right serial number to be over-inked, or have a heavy inking or heavy printing, however you want to word it. It's more common to see a shift in the seal, mostly to the left, not so much to the right on the newer bills. If it's really dramatic, I would say that's collectible. This is not a collectible bill. I don't see anything jumping out at us. The one that I will hold on to, however, is this $1 bill here, which is less of quality condition, but might be a little bit of a stray ink error there at the top right. So I'll take a look at that under a scope and let you know what I find. But nothing crazy in this round. We are going for bust in the last few videos. We'll see if we find anything worth some value over face value in the next video, so stay tuned. And you guys are awesome. I appreciate all the subscribing to the channel and the support for the Facebook group. I will catch you online on Facebook, on the website, or back here tomorrow for the next daily bill searching video. See you later.